It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey, good morning to you on Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for being with us. We're going to start with some news this morning.
Yeah, a fifth and apparently final suspect, according to police, has now been arrested for a murder that happened in downtown Springfield in 2023. Arshawn Bradley was picked up in Illinois by U.S. Marshals. He is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Chavez Nguyen, who was with his pregnant girlfriend, you may remember, in their car when they were shot multiple times by multiple people. Nguyen died in that incident. His girlfriend survived. Police say 5 people, including Bradley, fired the shots at the two. The others involved have already been in custody. Multiple smaller school districts across the Ozarks could get some financial help to get their schools back up in working order after all the storms that we had in the spring. The U.S. Department of Education is allowing 33 counties across the state to apply for money from the Project School Emergency Response to Violence Funds, which, despite the name, it is not only for violence. In fact, the money can be used for any kind of short-term education-related mishap or disruption of service, if you will, to help schools recover after maybe it's a traumatic event or, in this case, a weather event. There's an application process on DESE's website. And no doubt many smaller school districts around these parts will be looking to get some of that.
Okay, very good. In a 6-3 vote, a state Senate committee passed a bill to keep the Chiefs and Royals in Missouri. That's very early on because it's just a Senate committee, but it's a step down that road. The bill would allow the state to cover up to half of the stadium costs. So taxpayers paying for up to half of the cost for a stadium for the Chiefs and the Royals. A lobbyist representing the Chiefs testified in support of the team renovating Arrowhead Stadium and said that if the team stayed in Missouri, they would renovate the current stadium, which is what they would want to do. The lobbyist also said that if the team stays in Missouri, they would stay for 30 years, which is up from 25 years, which is what they were talking about currently. So there's some deal making being done, but now it looks like taxpayers statewide, maybe, I don't know. It'll depend on what the legislature does, but taxpayers will be maybe paying for half of it. It's got a long way to go in the legislative process, but a state Senate committee has approved the start of it.
Yeah.
City crews in Springfield are getting in-depth ideas about how to best service Sunshine Street, which is very busy, the bane of my existence in Springfield. That's a little dramatic, but it's my least favorite road.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what they're going to do to fix it up and make it better for me. There's a 3-mile stretch between Glenstone and Kansas Expressway, one of the busiest in town, as you know. It has a unique mix of businesses, houses, hospital. It's got a lot of stuff there.
The houses are not even off the street, like in a, I don't know.
The driveways
are right on. Is Sunshine. Yeah.
Their driveway is Sunshine Street.
Yeah.
Which is 5 lanes.
Right.
Yeah. So the city is spending $700,000 to figure out the best plan of action just to improve Sunshine Street. So that's just for the study to figure out what they want to do and can do. That study should be completed early next year. The city council will then start working on talking about at least how to proceed from there and fix up Sunshine Street. So it's going to be a process. Hang in there.
Yeah. I mean, and credit to them. That is a very unique street, isn't it?
Well, it is. I just feel like the lights don't work well, but maybe it's just me.
What, traffic lights?
Yeah, I feel like they're not synced up at all. I feel like when I'm driving east or west on Sunshine, that I get stopped at every single red light there is. And me, I'm everybody, right?
You're not living right.
Perhaps. But I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
All right, now to this. Springfield Public Schools is offering free breakfast and lunch to kids 18 and under this month. Meals are paid for by the Summer Food Service Program, which is through the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, i.e. taxpayers. Adults can also eat, but most of them, but they must, I should say, not most of them they must pay for their meals. $2.60 for breakfast and $4.60 for lunch. That is available if you shall need it every weekday.
So all adults have to pay. Yeah.
All adults have to pay, and adults are accompanying their student as well.
Right.
But it's an option for you. If you're your kid anyway, then might as well.
Okay. Liberty Utilities customers could soon be paying more for electricity. Surprise, surprise, everything's going up. The Missouri Public Service Commission is requesting a rate increase of $3 for residential customers. So as a result of that, there's going to be public meetings regarding the proposed increase. Those meetings will be in Joplin, Nixa, Bolivar, Branson, Aurora over the next several weeks. If you'd like more information, if it affects you or will affect you, you can contact Liberty and find out your closest meeting location. You can attend one virtually if that's what you'd prefer, or whatever works out for you time-wise.
Yes. State Representative Alex Riley is hoping to become the next Speaker of the House. The current one will term out. Representative Riley was first elected to the Missouri House in 2020 for District 134, which really encompasses southern Greene County. He says that he's hoping to reform the initiative petition process, address crime, improve education outcomes, among other priorities. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says Greene County's wages were near the bottom of the list as far as growth goes during the fourth quarter. Greene County's average weekly wages were up, though, 2.9%. So headed in the right direction, just not as high as some of the other counties in the state, to $1,126. So weekly wages up 2.9% in the last 3 months of 24.
It takes so long to get those numbers, right? If we're talking about the last 3 months of 2024, that was like 6 months ago.
Yeah, that does seem like a long time. Right. Does it? It doesn't normally take that long.
Well, I mean, I think there'd be a program that would help with that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there is, but
well, it ain't working very fast.
Well, listen here. You don't have to crunch numbers for a living.
I guess I don't. Yeah.
Because that sounds like a terrible job. Okay, yes, we have 2 contests right now going on at AroundTheOzarks.com. One of them is for Father's Day. So some lucky dad out there will get quite a gift. Here's the thing. Really, you can enter your dad. You know what I mean? Or your husband. So go to AroundTheOzarks.com. Okay, I just clicked into it. And here it is. It's the 4-pack of tickets to the St. Louis Cardinals baseball game versus the Cubs at Busch Stadium. The game is on August 9th. So you can gift it to him in June, but the actual game is in August. And somebody's got to win. And you also get a $50 gift card to Jim's Steakhouse. So that's fun.
That's nice.
Yeah, all thanks to 105.1 The Bull, which is the radio home for the St. Louis Cardinals. So thank you for giving us those tickets to give away to the good folks who watch and listen to Around the Ozarks. And then the other gift that we are giving away in a contest is throughout the month of June, we'll pick 4 winners, one a week, to go to Adventure Seekers in Branson. And it's a 4-pack of tickets to go, and they have all sorts of family entertainment. And it's really a cool place. If you go to their website, go to our website, click on the contest, and you can see what all they have. They have the fly ride adventure, the flight simulator thing, virtual reality rides, arcade games, interactive exhibits. So 4 different winners of that, and each one will get a family 4-pass.
Yeah, they're great prizes. And if you're going to try to win the prize for your father, we're not going to tell him that you won it. So he'll think, you can just let him think you bought them, and you'll be even better.
Even cooler?
Well, even a better child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wife.
It's
or
funny.
Wife. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think that's all we got. And we're super thankful that you tuned in.
Yeah, we got rain in the forecast, I think, forever. Maybe forever. So check in with Wake Up Weather, Abby Dyer, coming up after this. She's going to tell you if we'll ever see the sun again. I don't think so at this point.
That's funny because I thought that my children told me that we were not going to see the rain again today. Were they wrong about that?
After today?
Well, no, this was a couple days ago that they were giving me the lowdown.
Well,
now I'm looking.
Yeah, it's in the forecast every day. It's not going to be washouts, I don't think. But again,
because it's
a
lower
fake meteorologist.
Lower chance today. Yeah, tune into the real one. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Abby Dyer's got you covered right after this. So thank you for being with us on Thursday. We'll see you back here on Friday.
Bye.
Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday. Somehow it is June 5th, and we are waking up with some fog in the Ozarks this morning. Numbers this morning are starting off in the mid-60s, so it's comfortable, and I think we'll have a warmer day today across the region, with my high temperature forecast expected to make it close to 80s. Here's the look at the good news. There is some dry time in the forecast today. We're going to see that through the daylight hours, but this morning, starting off with low visibility, that's the big headline for you early on for the morning drive. Look for visibilities to be reduced less than a half mile. Remember, low beams in the fog, and just take it slow, especially if you're in a location that was kind of waterlogged yesterday. Well, that moisture at the surface leading to the low visibility early this morning. I expect that we'll hold on to that fog through about mid-morning, and then we'll start to see the dry sky win out. The real focus of heavy rain today, it's going to be well back to our southwest and portions of southern Kansas, and much of Oklahoma is expecting the strong to severe storms today. There's still a front in the area, however. It's draped across our county, so this means that an additional chance for rain and storms will develop as we head into tonight and Friday. Once again, just like the storms that we had around yesterday, there may be the opportunity for a few strong ones. I think the biggest concern here would be for just too much water with some of this additional rain that's going to be in the forecast. So flooding, definitely a concern as we head into this evening and overnight tonight. I think the severe weather will be localized, but the best chance for seeing that is going to be along and south of Highway 60s. From about 6 p.m. tonight, lasting through the overnight hours. I also expect that we could have some small hail, maybe some gusty winds with some of the strongest storms that develop, so big heads up to you there. Rain chances, they're in the forecast daily through about Saturday. We can't get rid of the rain just yet. In fact, I keep a low chance for rain in the forecast even through Sunday and Monday of next week. This is only about a 20% chance, though. In large part, those days will be dry days in the Ozarks. We have a lot of dry time this afternoon. We need it. But unfortunately, more rain is in the forecast tonight, and there could be another inch of accumulation. As we look at the temperatures through the next 5 days, numbers are going to stay pretty steady. I told you today will be either side of that 80-degree point. Some sunshine is in the forecast, especially early in the day today. We also will see conditions that are probably going to stay in the upper 70s, low 80s on Friday, with additional rain chances in the forecast. Rain chances lower on Saturday, but they are not zero. And then we'll stay in the 80s for highs on Sunday and Monday. And I'm expecting about a 20% chance for rain both of those days. So active across the Ozarks and really active across the country. What's making headlines today? Heavy showers and a few thunderstorms bringing a threat for flash flooding across portions of the Southwest and much of the Southern Plains. We also have this threat for severe weather. I told you about it today back to our west. Well, that threat is going to expand to the east as far as the Ohio Valley and the Tennessee valleys for tomorrow. So much of the midsection waterlogged. We've seen too much rain, some flooding concerns, and now there are additional concerns for some severe weather. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. I've been on this tropical theme since hurricane season officially began on June 1st. So here's another one for you. What is the minimum sustained wind speed required for a tropical cyclone to be classified as a hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean? And the options that I gave you were A, 54 miles per hour, B, 74 miles per hour, C, 94 miles per hour, or D, 114 miles per hour. So to be a hurricane, meaning category 1 on the scale, it has to be at least B, 74 miles per hour. Category 1 storms are anywhere from 74 to 95 miles per hour. Tropical storms are 39 to 73 miles per hour. And if you hear us talk about tropical depressions, those are even less. Those are 38 miles an hour or less. Of course, the scale goes up and the winds get stronger. And here's a question related to that for tomorrow. What scale is used to classify the intensity of tropical cyclones, including hurricanes, based on their sustained wind speeds? Do you think it's A, the Beaufort scale, B, the Fujita scale, C, the Saffir-Simpson scale, or D, the Richter scale? You can let me know your guess. That's online at aroundtheozarks.com. Want to thank our sponsors, Command Family Medicine and Taylor Gruboff Chevrolet. I hope you have an enjoyable day. Take it slow this morning in the foggy conditions. I'll be back to chat with you first thing tomorrow morning.